This is a green hydrogen lab. We are entering in the lab. So in this green hydrogen lab we have three sources: wind turbine emulator, there is one PV emulator, there is one fuel cell, and for storage we have a battery bank which is installed inside the wind turbine emulator. And we also have, because this is a green hydrogen lab, we are producing the green hydrogen using this microgrid, which is a combination of wind turbine emulator, solar PV emulator and fuel cell. So we also have an electrolyzer which is connected with this microgrid at the point of common coupling, and it is powered on through that point of common coupling. And when we generate hydrogen from this electrolyzer, we store it in a hydrogen tank which is installed outside this thing. So talking about the electrolyzer, this is an AEM electrolyzer. There is H2 vent, there is H2 out, there is O2 vent, there is H2O in. This electrolyzer is receiving distilled water from this distilled water tank, and after receiving water it will start generating hydrogen and venting out oxygen. This hydrogen line goes into a dryer, hydrogen dryer, and from this dryer it goes to the hydrogen tank which is installed outside this building. To make distilled water, we have a distiller. This is a very small distiller, enough for keep the system running. And after making distilled water, we can pour the water inside this tank, and this device will utilize that distilled water for making hydrogen. Okay, so basically all these devices are interconnected, where we have three sources: PV emulator, wind emulator and fuel cell. And here this electrolyzer is acting as a load. Alright, so what we have done here is we have made all these connections on a single platform, and we are controlling everything with a single platform we developed on LabVIEW using this software which we have developed. Now, because there is an electrolyzer and there are hydrogen usages, safety is very important. And for safety, we have leak detector sensors, gas leak detector sensors over here. One is here on top of fuel cell, one is here on top of manifold, and one is outside with the cylinder. Right. Now, what is the function of these gas leak detectors? So whenever any of these gas leak detector detects the hydrogen presence, it cuts off power supply of every equipment. And also we have two solenoid valves here which are installed at hydrogen inlet and hydrogen outlet. So when the relay is triggered, they also get shut down, and this is normally closed relay. So we are secure from every point. So neither gas will come out nor gas will go inside the hydrogen tank. This is a manifold. So from gas dryer we are going to this point, and from this point it is going to the hydrogen cylinder. And if after generating hydrogen, we can use this hydrogen to generate electricity using this PEM fuel cell, and we can give the supply using this knob, the hydrogen supply, and this line will provide hydrogen to the fuel cell. So this is a brief introduction about the system. Now let's move on to the operational part. Okay. This is a software, and it has different controls and indicators. You can see various graphs of all the devices and systems installed, and we can see battery data. We can start electrolyzer from here, and we can also see three-phase power data. Okay, now as we can see, everything is switched off. We'll switch on the entire thing just with a click. So now our wind turbine emulator, PV emulator, even electrolyzer and fuel cell is powered on, but nothing is operational because everything will be controlled by the software. Now, firstly moving on to giving the power supply. So using the auto transformer, we are providing power supply to all different sources. And we can see field voltage riser. Stopping it at 2.0. Now we'll set the armature voltage. Okay, we'll switch on the grid as this is an on-grid system, and we'll switch on the battery. So we have now started getting the battery voltage. Switching on the fuel cell. Everything is switched on, but all the controls are on the software. Now we'll switch on all the sources one by one, starting with wind turbine emulator. So we'll set the DC link because the power from every device is getting collected at the DC link. We'll set DC link first. Our inverter is on, and DC link is on. Now switching on wind turbine emulator. Now we can see our motor generator service working. Okay. So now we have started generating the power from wind turbine emulator, which is going to the grid. You can see the power rising on 6 watts. You can see the RPM rising. We started with battery. So switching on battery now. So now you can see we are discharging the battery, which means we are injecting into the grid, and that's why the power is also rising. Now coming to our third source, which is PV. Now it's starting to execute. And you can see this PV is also injecting into the grid. That's why power level is PV. Now coming to the fourth source, which is fuel cell. You can see the here, injecting into the grid. Other sources are off, so we are getting power only from fuel cell. And to increase the interference, to increase the power. Now let's move on to switching on the electrolyzer. So as soon as we start the electrolyzer, it will move from idle state to steady state. So it has already started, and you can see production report here. So it takes time to start the hydrogen flow. You can see the flow of hydrogen has started. We'll go up to 500, and the maximum pressure we can get is 35 bar. Alright, so now the thing is operational. You can see the values at here, the physical pressure meters also, and you can see the software also. You can see the flow increasing. Now, what will happen if there is a leakage? What we'll do is we'll leak some hydrogen near the sensor and let's see if the safety devices trigger or not. So we are using purged out hydrogen from the fuel cell. As soon as every device is switched off, and as soon as we reset it, everything will be switched on. So that's it. This is our green hydrogen lab.